when we look at the statistics, we have seen like there's like 20% more inventory.
Mm.
So good. Okay.
Welcome to our second episode of Lifting You Up with Cassandra Prieto, your best friend in real estate, sponsored by Tucson Appliance, Chris and Corbin Edwards. We are so excited again to be here for another show, and we have a special guest that's going to be on the mic in just a little bit. Just as a reminder, everybody, the purpose of why are we doing this? What is the mission of this Lifting You Up with Cassandra Prieto? Our mission is to elevate, empower, and celebrate the story of Hispanic leaders and local business owners in our community. Through meaningful and heartfelt conversations, we shine a light on individuals like the one that's coming on today who have overcome cultural conditioning, self doubt, and struggle, and have chosen to rise, lead, and inspire. This platform, co hosted by Chris Edwards and myself, is dedicated to telling more than just stories. It's about sharing real turning points, deep self discoveries, and wisdom gained along the way. We believe these voices matter. They reflect the heart of our community and strengthen within our culture. Daniel,
Hey.
dime cómo estás.
Hey, how you doing, Cass? Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for my gracias. Muchas gracias. Agradecido de estar aquí. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's not very often that we get to voice where we come from. You know, the little companies that come around and make a difference. You see them in the back stretch, you know, but you really don't know they're there, but they're there. You know what I mean? That's a good thing you guys are doing. You and the Tucson Appliance, I applaud you guys.
Thank you, Daniel. I'm so grateful that you agreed to come. It means so much. You and Letty are you guys have been special in my life over the last decade. I don't even know how we met exactly, but
I don't either. You know, I think we met through her cousin Alicia, but yeah. Yes, my wife's cousin Alicia. My wife has been there every step of the way. She's been real supportive and a cornerstone in what we've been doing, me and her, with my company. And she went on to do her career, what she studied for, but she's still right there in my corner.
she is. And with that said, let's go over your bio. I want to really emphasize in how she's been that supporting role in everything that you've done, because honestly, no cualquiera, ¿no? Le entra como le has entrado y está donde están ahorita. Si están bien, bien paraditos, muy bien. There's a bilingual show, so
Let's
going
get it
back
on.
let's get it on. So meet Daniel Flores, owner of F&F Feed Store. What started in a backyard with just 20 bales of hay has grown into one of Tucson's favorite local Western hubs. Thanks to the hard work and vision of Daniel Flores, along with the support of his amazing wife, Letty. She goes by Letty or Leticia?
Leticia.
Letty,
vieja.
Leticia. Vieja. Letty, whatever you prefer is what I meant to say if you're listening to
No,
this.
la Leti, my love.
Letty, his love. Yes, Daniel's the owner of a F&F Feed Store, a business that began as a small foreign operation for local horse owners and has since blossomed into a full-service shop. I'm excited to hear everything you're doing. When you're talking about that lounging area, I was like, I remember when I went there.
No, sí, no había nada.
No había nada.
No había nada. Tuvieron que tumbar todo. We had to take all the walls out. It's an old ranch house.
Yeah.
It was a homestead is what it was in 3 Points, Arizona.
I
in
can't-
Robles Junction.
You guys renovated the whole thing.
We did. We
Oh,
did. We went
I
through the whole
remember you
thing.
talking about this, Daniel. Like, that is awesome. These days, F&F brokers over 1,500 bales of hay and a week and
Yes.
offers everything from custom Western boots to hand-shaped hats, saddles, and horse tacks?
Horse tack.
Horse tack.
You just call tack like the bit, reins, head stalls, your
Okay.
saddle blade. That's your tack.
De todo.
De tocho morocho.
De todo morocho,
De
lo que
tocho
sea de
morocho,
caballos.
Lo que sea del rancho de a caballo.
It truly is a one-stop shop for folks in the horse community. But it's not just about feed and fashion. Daniel and his wife are building a whole experience. They're currently finishing up a roping arena and working on a brand new lounge patio where people and cowboys and cowgirls will soon be able to kick back with food, drinks, and a good time. It's a family-run business built on grit, growth, and giving back to the community. And today, we get to hear the story behind it all. I am so excited. This is such a special guest.
You know, I'm honored to be here. You're the special one, not us. We had a vision and we went ahead and went for it. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. Tell me real fast, where are you guys located? It's on Ajo, right?
It's on Ajo. It's going to, everybody's going to Rocky Point.
Right? Oh, you pass it.
Yeah, you pass my store going to Rocky Point. You can't miss it. It's on, if you're going west to Rocky Point, it's on the right-hand side. It's Sasabe Highway. It's Robles Junction, actually. It's Sasabe Highway in Ajo.
Okay.
So ahí estamos ubicados. Luego se mira, ahí vas a mirar las pacas de zacate a un lado.
So anything horse related, this is where you want to be. Si usted tiene un caballo, ¿qué más?
En realidad, nosotros andamos, le andamos dando servicio a la gente de a caballo, los rancheros de ahí. We have a lot of people that come from the res.
Okay.
There's a lot of ranch. So 3 Points is pretty much the last frontier for Tucson.
Okay.
You have, you know, Bensonville area, they're already their own city. You have Tucson, of course, Oro Valley, Catalina, Marana. So the city has nowhere other to grow but to 3 Points. But before it grows, there's still a lot of ranchers that are holding on out there. And to be honest with you, we're trying to give it that the town and the townspeople that I talk to, like the leadership per se, quote unquote, trying to make it like the last stop cowboy place. You know, Tucson was built on the cowboy charm.
Okay.
If you look around, you know, old Tucson, Pinnacle Peak, just Tucson itself, you find little pockets of what used to be the charm, the cowboy charm that Tucson has. And I feel that's getting lost. I feel it's going away. And I feel that when people are lost, they go back to their roots.
Yes. And my God, yes.
So this is our culture, our heritage, the Southwest. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, yellow, red, brown. It doesn't matter. Everybody knows what a cowboy is. Everybody knows that famous shape of a cowboy hat. It's our charm. It's our culture. It's speaking Spanglish. It's speaking Spanish. It's speaking English. It's the Otan people, the Yaqui people. It's all together. We all mix it up. But one thing we have in common is our love for our culture and horseback and ranching.
I love it. Daniel, thank you so much. I really love this insight. And for everybody that's listening, we're going to dive into our 3 questions. And I'm really excited to hear your answers, getting deep and meaningful conversations and just getting to know you on a personal level a little bit more. So I'm going to start with the first question. What's been a moment that shifted you in your life, a turning point that changed everything? One of those moments. I know that we have a lot.
We have a lot to cover on that.
Yes.
Yo era un soldador. I was a welder for the mines.
Okay.
And at the mines, it was a good living. It helped me raise me and Letty's 5 kids. But it was a slave job. Good money if you're young. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with working for somebody. I gained a lot of experience there, but I just woke up one day and I told Letty, I can't do this the rest of my life. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. And at that point, she goes, pues, ni modo, ¿qué sabes hacer? No fuiste a la escuela, tuvimos hijos, te pusiste a trabajar, and welding was one of the highest paid jobs in Tucson, so I had to figure out, what am I going to do to subsidize that? So my older boy, Adolfo, we call him Danny Jr., he was with me all the time. He started roping, and that sport gets expensive. Team roping is expensive. But Arizona's the team capital. It's the capital of team roping in the world.
Wow.
You can team rope from Nogales all the way to Wickenburg into Las Vegas. And during the season when the snowbirds are here, you can rope every day as long as you have the money. It brings, the last statistics it showed, I think it brought in like $2.3 billion into the Arizona economy. Team roping did. And so when my boy started roping, I had to figure out, what are we going to do here for feed, because it's expensive. So I hooked up with a farm in Marana, and I went in with, long story short, I bought 20 bales of hay. And I said to my son, you know what, I'm going to sell 10 bales, and 10 bales will be for our horses. That way we don't have to pay for it. Well, that 10 bales turned into 20, It turned into 30, and then next thing you know, we're buying semi-loads, and we're in my backyard.
Oh my
so
God.
after work, I'd come home. I'd work a 12-hour shift at the mine. Y venía del trabajo, dejar la lonchera en la casa, and open up the gates, and I'd sell hay from, I think it was 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night.
Oh my God, 6 to 11 after the welding.
after a 12-hour day at the mine, yeah.
Oh my God.
Pero, a funny thing is that Pima County started coming down on me because we're not zoned for that at a house, right? You're not zoned for a business.
Right.
But here's the deal, and I'm a law-abiding citizen, don't get me wrong. But there's no fortune made without, the famous saying is there's no fortune made without a felony. And the way I took that is, you just got to go for broke. And I kept defying the county because I had to. The way I saw it is, right now, would we have Amazon if they would have listened to their laws? They started in the garage. Would we have Apple computers?
Right.
They started in the garage too.
Yeah.
Would a lot of these businesses started in the house, in the backyard? It was an idea. If I would have stopped, if I would have let them stop me, I wouldn't have what I have right now. So I'm not saying to break the law. I'm not saying anything like that.
By any means, that is not what we're saying.
Do not break the law, people. But when it comes to an honest living, and you know you're doing right in your heart of hearts, and you know you can go for the goal, go for it. Go for it. Do it.
¿Sabes qué bonito escuchar otra vez when we come down to cultural understanding and upbringing, and it's not something that's taught to us when we say, how do we get through this? How do we say, how can I duplicate this situation because I'm not happy, instead of just, well, I'm just gonna have to deal with it because this is the amount of money that I need to make. This is the income I need, and we have 5 kids to maintain. So, ni modo, aguántate.
No? Te tienes que aguantar.
And where does that fire come from for some people?
You know what?
Where did it come from for you?
I'm a first-generation American. I have really close ties to where my family's from in Cananea. My mom came to this country, I think it was 1966. It was her establishing the work ethic y las ganas de salir adelante. Se te atoró la carreta. Órale, güey. Búscale. And that's what a lot of people don't have right now here. Right. They don't have the want. They don't see the urgency. They don't have a sense of urgency to do things. Our schools, I went to school too here at Sunnyside and Desert View. I can't remember when or even if they taught us how to balance a checkbook or how to start a business or the fundamentals of business. And what's funny is the guys that I knew, shout out to my boy Eric Cornides. He went to Sunnyside with me. We went to Apollo Junior High.
Nice.
Successful story out of South Tucson too. My hat's off to him. But the guys that I know that started their businesses like me were C average students at best. The guys that were always getting in trouble, the guys that had that dream, we would sit there around and like, dude, I'm not going to lay concrete like my dad did. I'm not going to lay block like my dad did. That's
Challenge
for the birds.
The status quo.
Yes, and our teachers would always get mad, but you know what? We were the guys that always, we always had a side hustle. C average students, we could barely count. We were good at counting money, just not just not algebra.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, fundamentally, it's. I want to say it's more the immigrant. We came to this country to succeed. We came to this country not to take, but to contribute, to be. What do they call a productive member of society? Don't look at my skin color. See what I can contribute to society.
Yep.
And we wanna, guys like me, my family, my kids, friends that I surround myself with, we want to break that stereotypical view that people might have with us, and we have something to contribute to. We have money to spend. We have something to contribute. We want to start businesses. We want to help you with your business. We want to get the word out. We want to be heard. So that's what's beautiful about it. Like I said, we didn't come here to fail. Yep. We came here to succeed.
Yep.
And that's what I'm putting out there too. That's what I'm trying to show my family.
That's so important, especially with the newer generation and having that as an example. And I know that it never guarantees anything, right? Because everybody's going to do what they're going to do.
Cada cabeza es un mundo.
Pero si le das ese ejemplo desde el principio, pues creo que te abre una avenida que a lo mejor no sabíamos y hasta luego a los 30, 40 que tenemos 20 años en un trabajo decimos, no, ¿cómo hacemos esto? Y luego, ¿qué?
Se me fueron los años.
Sí,
¿Y ahora qué?
pero mayoría de la gente, Daniel, te aplaudo, no hubiera hecho lo que hiciste tú. Dicen, ni modo, me aguanto y aquí le voy a seguir.
Sí, sí.
Y tú le diste. ¿Y cómo se envolvió eso en, ok, empezaste a vender y que un día dijiste, ok, ya tenemos suficiente para empezar el negocio?
No, lo que pasó es, andaba vendiendo zacate en la casa y tuve que hacerme más grande.
Okay.
Entonces, me salí de la mina y me fui para la ciudad de Tucson. Y en la ciudad de Tucson yo era un inspector de edificios.
Okay.
Building inspector.
Building inspector, okay.
Un oficial de los edificios.
Uh-huh.
Entonces, no me gustó ahí. No me gustó. It was too political. It was too, I don't know how to explain it. It was a city job. It was a government job, right? So, le dije a mi querida esposa un día, you know, I can't do this no more. So what are you going to do? So I was like, I'm going to give it 4 weeks. I told her I got enough money in the bank to pay for our bills for 3 months, but I'm going to give it 4 weeks. I told her, I remember telling her I'm going to give it 4 weeks. And if I can't make a living in 4 weeks, then I'm going to go back. I'll go back to find another job.
Ay.
So
that had to be hard.
It was sink or swim, you know, you put yourself up, the way I saw it was like, I'm in a battle and my back's against the ocean. So it's either fight or drown. What are we going to do?
You're not going to drown.
No, para nada. So I found myself selling more and more and more hay just on social media, calling friends. I'd wake up in the morning, see how to hustle. And then I found my property out there. And we went from hay to grain to Western wear. We have contracts with Wrangler, Cinch, Rock and Roll Denim, Resist All hats, American hats, Twister hat. We got a little bit of everything out there. And like you said, we're almost done with our roping arena. We want just a piece of that roping. Like I said, it brings a lot of money. The Western wear part of it in the United States alone, I think it's the statistics last time that I read in Western wear, this whole Yellowstone thing going on, you know what I mean? That whole ride. You're looking at, don't quote me, but I think it was 30 billion in the United States alone.
Oh my God.
And worldwide, the Western culture, wearing boots, hats, Wranglers, or whatever pants you want, it's like almost to 1 trillion worldwide because people want to copy our style from the Southwest. People want to, you go to Australia, I've met Australians that dress like us in the NFR in Vegas, Brazilians, of course, Mexicanos, all of the United States. I don't care if you're from Brooklyn or from LA, one of your family members wears boots and hat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what we're getting into also.
I love it. Now, second question for you is, what would you say you have learned about yourself that you didn't know? Que nunca te hubieras imaginado. O sea, por todas estas cosas que has pasado, toda la evolución, el crecimiento, ¿qué nunca pensaste que tú tenías en ti? O sea, what did you learn?
En realidad, nunca pensé que se me quitara lo vulgar. Y te voy a decir la neta,
¿Qué vulgar?
Yo era uno de esos, los soldados. Mira, no hay carrilla como los mineros y los vaqueros de Sonora. Los sonorenses y los mineros tenemos una carrilla y somos tan vulgar. Y tuve que aprender a ser como un camaleón. Hacer negocio con gente y hablar como gente. No es decir que la gente de la mina y los rancheros no son gente, pero tenemos un estilo, ¿no?
Claro,
tenemos el modo de hablar entre nosotros. Nunca jamás en mi vida pensé que iba a estar sentado con la gente del rodeo, the Tucson Rodeo Board, conociendo gente de bancos, hablando con gente de alta clase. Aprendí que no son mejor que yo, aprendí que puedo estar con ellos, es nomás aprender cómo ser, cómo hablar de negocio. When you talk to people like that, you have to educate yourself. Even if you didn't go to college, pick up a book and educate yourself. You know, everything in college, you can get it for free at the library. You can get it online for free.
I mean, there's everything right now.
There's
online.
everything. And when you talk to people, people didn't know. You know, in high school, we used to, man, bankers. Oh, credit. Are you kidding me? I can get everything I need on the south side streets of Tucson. It's just not like that.
Yeah.
In reality, you should be educating yourself. You should be finding a way to sound and to look more presentable. That goes a long way. You know, I tell my kids, when you wake up in the morning, I tell anybody, when you wake up in the morning, dress how you want to feel.
Dress how you want to feel. God, I got to write that down.
You know what I mean?
Dress how you want to feel. It's so true.
Don't you feel better after you dress up?
I put my makeup, my hair, my dress. Yes.
I mean, I don't wear
dress.
makeup, but you know, like, I get up and I get dressed and you look good, you feel good, you do good. And I learned that about myself, and I've learned a lot from a lot of good people. I've learned that I can overcome horizons that you thought couldn't be climbed. It's amazing what you can do with just a little bit of education, how you present yourself, and a good handshake and keeping your word.
Yes.
It goes a long way in business. My business especially. I've done tens of thousands of dollar deals on the hood of trucks on a handshake, and knowing that they can depend on me.
Yeah.
You know, especially ranchers, the old school guys, they do that kind of stuff. So, I mean, learn all you can. Education, you can go get educated. I tell my kids, go get educated. But the one thing you'll learn about business in college, the U of A, Pima College, you can learn about how business functions, but you're not going to learn how to do business until you immerse yourself in it.
And that's almost in everything.
Everything.
I feel like any industry.
Any industry.
So I want to ask you, and we have about 8 minutes left. So Daniel, if you had to give a message to Hispanic business owners, just community leaders, of anybody that went through something remotely close to what you went through, and thinking of those times when, you know, you had to really, I mean, you share about you didn't know that you could be better in a sense, right? And not better as a human being, but speak better or como dijiste, que vulgar or
Vulgar.
you didn't know that you could change the way that you were, right? And it's not better or worse, it's just different. So what message do you have in those moments that made you feel what they made you feel, for you to say, I can do something different and I'm going to? What message do you have for other people?
Especially the young people, or anybody. It doesn't have to be young. I take that back, pero go get it.
Go get it.
Go get it. Go get it. If it's something that you've always, I grew up around horseback ranching. I grew up around miners and welding and roughnecks. But there's, in my heart of hearts, I knew there was always something more out there that I wanted to get to know. Once I did that, once I set the goal, I hung out with people. Steel sharpens steel, right? You when you sharpen a knife, it's against a piece of steel, una chaira.
Yeah.
So I never forgot where I came from. Don't ever forget where you come from. Always stay grounded. But with that being said, I surrounded myself with guys that know how to do it better than I did. And once I did that, gente de México, negociantes de México, de Sonora, que son rancheros, son ganaderos, with that people, you'd be surprised. I think, and I don't want to get political, but I think racism is just a state of mind, because I've sat in rooms where different people from different walks of life will do $1 million deals with each other, and they don't care about that kind of thing. They just care if your word is your bond and if you know how to do business.
Yeah.
And I've learned a lot from those kind of people. Hang out with people that can do it better than you. It doesn't matter if they know more, you're going to learn more. If you're the seventh person in a room and there's 6 people that are good businessmen, you're going to be the 7th.
Exactly. And even if you're the 7th, how much more higher are you going to be than where you
way
were
higher.
or than everyone else?
Way higher.
I love that.
Get out of the stigma. Don't let that stigma stick to you. And for God's sake, please, guys, please, young men, get out of the slides. Get out of the sweats. If you're going to go somewhere and you only get opportunities once, a good opportunity once in a long time.
Be ready.
Be ready. if I look at a kid that is mal fajado con sus slides, I'm gonna walk right past him. The kid might be the brightest kid, the brightest, most intelligent person when it comes to business, but I won't give him a second look because he's dressed like a slob.
Uh-huh.
And
First
I'm sorry,
impressions.
that's just the way it is. You only get one.
You only get one ever.
And that being said, if you're presented with an opportunity and you don't know how to do it, take the opportunity and learn how to do it. Once you get the opportunity, you get your foot in the door, then educate yourself, ask questions, and learn how to do it. If they gave you the opportunity, that means that they saw something in you. They saw something. They saw that light. They saw that fire. They saw that this guy's going to go somewhere. I just got to give him that chance. People want to give people a chance. People love an underdog.
They do.
They do. I love a good underdog story. I was that underdog story. And take the opportunity y vete corriendo.
Daniel, this was such a great interview. I so appreciate you. We're actually running out of time, but I just want to say thank you for sharing your story. I think there's so many takeaways, and everybody listening, I truly hope that you took the time to write notes. Remember that at the end of this month, the last show is going to be a wrap-up of all our takeaways from your stories for me and Chris. But again, huge shout out to Chris and Corbin Edwards, Tucson Appliance, for sponsoring Lifting You Up with Cassandra Prieto. Thank you to Daniel Flores with F&F Feeds. You guys need anything from his store, if you need to get in communication, how can they reach you, Daniel?
They can look on my Facebook page. I really don't have too many things. I'm like what they call hood famous.
Hood famous. I love
it. You know what I mean? I'm from South Tucson. Everybody knows that. The guys from Marana call me Danny. I know a guy.
Danny, I know a guy.
Danny, I know a guy from South Tucson. But my Facebook page, Daniel J. Flores, Instagram, TikTok. You guys can find me there. If you guys want to stroll to the store, go out there and check it out. We're almost done remodeling the whole thing. We got a lot of clothes in for women and men. It's 16550 West Ajo Highway. It's in 3 Points, Arizona. You can't miss it.
And I really thank you for inspiring us. There were so many takeaways, and I think it's so important. Nosotros como hispanos, ver que a veces no es talento ni es que uno sepa más o esté más educado. Solamente es el corazón, la perseverancia, el decir, no, challenge the status quo.
Yes,
challenge, okay, if this is where I'm at and this is where I want to be, no hay un camino, hay muchos caminos. Y aunque no se los enseñen, want more. And you are such a incredible example.
Haz tu camino.
Haz tu camino.
Haz tu camino. Saca el machete y vámonos. Saca el machete y tumba las ramas. Vámonos, luego.
Bueno, pues thank you so much for tuning in to Lifting You Up with Cassandra Prieto, your best friend in real estate, sponsored by Tucson Appliance, Chris and Corbin Edwards. We will see you guys next Saturday starting at 9 a.m. And Daniel, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. And it's a good thing you guys are doing. And thank Tucson Appliance for me.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
He'll hear you. So you want to say a little message for him?
No, hey, thank you for actually seeing us.
Yes.
Thank you for noticing us.
Yes.
It's a good thing.
He's going to love to hear that.
No, yeah,
thank you so much, Daniel. Appreciate
you. Thank you, Cassandra.
Okay.
Thank you.
See you guys.
See ya.
Muy bien. Yo just gave bien. You're like a pro.